Okay, so today I want to tell you about the bread of life. I want to tell you about the manna that you and I have been enjoying. So, first of all, I have to say that I believe in miracles because our God can do great things. He may choose to surprise His children with divine interventions. But as we know, you can't force Him, you can't twist His hand to get what you want. So, but there is something that we all have been enjoying. On the issue of miracle money now, I can tell you that the number of people that can ever access it is less than 10% of the total people who have asked for it. It's very few occasions that miracle monies happen. So, but there is something that we all enjoy. There is something that you and I enjoy, and we fail to thank God for that. It is the manner of life, and I would like to talk about it today. So, what is this bread of life? What is this manner of life? What is this thing that we'll be enjoying daily, morning, afternoon, night? What is this greatest miracle that we have benefited from? What is it? So, our anchor Bible is from Exodus chapter 16. If you read from verse 1 down to verse 17, or you could read the whole chapter for better understanding. You know, when the children of Israel came out from the land of Egypt, they did not have what to eat. As usual, they complained to God that it should have been better for them to die, suffer in the hands of the Egyptians where they find bread to eat and then die, than to come and die in the wilderness in hunger. So, but God had to surprise them. God had to honor His name so that they will know that He is the God that is upholding them. He is the God who has promised to bring them out of captivity. So He had to do that kind of miracle for them. So I think you should see the reason God had to give them bread from heaven, the manner of life, the bread from heaven. That if God had not given them that bread, they would be dead. Many of them would die. And then the Egyptians would turn to mock at them that God brought them out to kill them in hunger. That God's hand was not able to bring them out. So you see the reason God does some things. Like now, someone, okay, like the story of Anna, if someone is being mocked at maybe for childlessness, if someone is barren and the person is being mocked at, God may choose to do something so that His name will be honored. So God gave the children of Israel bread from heaven. So the question now is, are you still expecting the same bread today? We are not in the wilderness. We are not in journey of months, years. Do you still need the bread of life? We are not under captivity or colonialism or anything. Do you need the bread of life? Only that our war is spiritual. So what we need most is the presence of God for our present time, not material things. Although material things is important, but there is this one thing that God has done for us, and I like to mention it. I call it the manna of our time. Not only is it for this time, but it has been here since the days of old, since the creation of the earth. This manna has been in effect till today. Now, let me review this manna. This manna is you can guess it, the breath of life. So instead of bread of life, it is bread of life. You and I have been enjoying this daily, always, every second of our life. Even people that are no more that have enjoyed it for several years before they were no more. So you and I now are also enjoying it. But we fail to acknowledge God for it. We fail to give God glory, and we are demanding more material things than honoring God for what He has done already. Could you imagine if you were to buy oxygen, how long you would have lived? If you were to take care of your life, how old will you be by now? Or will you still be on this earth? Will you be among the living? But God has given us freely. And to some of us, we have lived over 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50, 60, depending on our age. All by God's grace, the manner of our time, the breath of life. So the bottom line there is to always honor God every day you see yourself, because it is by His grace. And one more important thing I want to remind you, this particular bread that God has given us does not expire. It is a form of renewable bread. The manna that God gave the children of Israel, they had time that they will carry it and keep. They had time that they will eat it. They have time that they should stop it. Some things like that, they will rules. But this particular manna that we have failed to recognize is unconditional, daily, anyhow you want. However, it's just there for you. So if we want to consider what I'm saying, you can see that God has been doing miracles for us daily. Just that we have failed to recognize it. He has been there for us. His hand is mighty with us. He's always there for us. Even when situation seems hard, He's there for us. So we should endeavor to thank God, endeavor to worship Him, to give all glory to Him, to magnify His name whenever we wake up and see a new day, because it's a miracle. Yeah, it's the greatest miracle. Hallelujah.